Hi, everyone. Welcome to Critical Thinking. I am your instructor, Tiffany Lester-Trosher. Most students just call me Mrs. LT, and we will be working together this term here in our Critical Thinking class. So I wanted to take a little bit of time here at the start of week one to sort of show you the best way to get started with the course material. I'm going to go ahead and pull up our class right now. Get it to work for me. I want to be able to show you guys exactly where you need to go to get started. So when you log into our course, this is what you'll see. It might look a little different over here, on your side of things, but for the most part, you should see the announcement area. And you can see that the video is there, the video that you're currently watching, and a little bit of introductory information. And then you'll see the week one instructions. All right, so this agenda shows you the lessons and assignments for the week, right? You can see all the lessons right here. And then the last item, week one homework, that lists all the items that you'll need to complete for the week. This announcement will change at the start of every week. So when week two begins, this announcement will get placed further down on the list and the week two announcement will be there. And again, there'll be a video and then the agenda for week two. So it's a nice way as soon as you log into the course at the start of every week to just get a brief idea of the lessons and assignments that are in store for you each week. But here in week one, there's a little bit that you need to take care of before you just dive right into the week one lessons and homework assignments. So after you come to our homepage and looked at the announcement, you're going to click on content up here, and that takes you into the heart of the course. And the first place you're going to want to go is the tab called Getting Started. Makes sense, right? If you click on that tab, you're going to see several sub-tabs appear underneath. We've got the Meet Your Instructor section, a little bit about me. My contact info is down here at the bottom, including my personal cell phone number. So that's somewhat useful. Then you have a brief overview of the course. The next item is attendance and weekly deadlines. This has some really useful information in terms of how attendance is tracked, what you should expect in terms of time spent on the course. And then I also provide you with a chart that shows you when each week begins and ends, just so you can keep track. You'll want to read through that information and watch the video. There will be some questions on the week one attendance quiz that come from this material. Same thing for the next item over here, how to find your way around. This is a super useful video. I go through the course in more detail here on Brightspace and just show you how each week is laid out, where to go to find everything each week, because I set it up the same every week. It follows a pattern. Once you get the hang of it within the first week or two, that it's going to be just habit. Every time you come to a new module, it is set up the same. But this video is super useful to start you off on the right foot and ensure that you are as successful as you can be throughout the term. There will be questions on the week one attendance quiz from this material as well, right? Underneath that, we have our syllabus and some other important items. So you can see a PDF version of the syllabus right here. And then my late work policies. Now, this information is included in the syllabus, but I put it here just, for easy reference as well. And then we also have all of the rubrics that will be used on certain assignments throughout the term. This is just a place for you to come to see, once you click on go to activity, how are my discussions going to be graded? Okay. Or coming back over here, how are my vocab slide assignments going to be graded? You can come and look at any point during the term for a refresher of each rubric and how your assignments will be scored, as well as what's expected, how they're going to be scored, right? And then finally, we have instructions for using Google Docs. Many of the assignments in this course will require some type of file upload, whether that be a PowerPoint or a Word document. And it doesn't have to be PowerPoint or Word, but it will require some type of file. So if you don't have access to Microsoft Office on your device, Google Docs is a great way to go. You can use slides or like their version of Word, right? So just easy steps here in case that is something you end up needing throughout the term. All right, and then click on week 1 module here. And if you notice over here on the middle part of the screen is a little intro, and then that same agenda, the same outline that you saw in the announcement on the course homepage shows up here on the weekly module tab as well. So you get it in 2 different places. All right, so for here in week 1, after you have gone through the required items here in the getting started area, which remember the required items are attendance and weekly deadlines and how to find your way around. The next thing you're going to want to do then is come down and take the week 1 attendance quiz. When you click on week 1 module, that's the only thing you're going to see right here. You will not see any of the lessons or homework assignments until you have submitted the attendance quiz for the week. Once you do submit the attendance quiz and refresh the screen, then you should be able to see all of these items. So for here in week 1, after you take that attendance quiz, the next thing you'll want to do is go through the syllabus review, right? And there'll be a video there where I go through the syllabus, and then there's also a link to it if you want it as a Word document instead of the PDF version that's up under Getting Started. Then the next thing you'll want to do is go through the conspiracy theory essay overview. Now, you are not going to be working on this essay right away. It comes later in the middle of the term, but I want to give you a brief overview of it so that you can start thinking about certain things. To make sure that you go through that video, and then there'll be a handout that sort of goes over the same material that I cover in the video. All right, so again, that's just an overview, right? Then we have our first true lesson for the term, which is on chapter 1, critical thinking and why it's important. There'll be a video where I go through the PowerPoint. You'll see me going through the PowerPoint in real time in the video. And then there is a link to the PowerPoint if you would like to download it for yourself. Then we have our week 1 homework. So this week you're going to fill out the syllabus acknowledgement assignment. Real easy. It's just you stating that you have in fact gone through the syllabus, watched the video, and that you understand and agree to all of the policies. Very quick. I've also asked you to go ahead and read chapter 1. Even if you're going through this lesson here in week 1, you'll want to read the chapter as well. And if you have time here in week 1, maybe skim over chapters 2 and 3 just to prepare for week 2. Right? If you have time. The other assignments that you will actually submit this week, you'll have week 1 discussion. There'll be a video in the discussion prompt where you can hear me explain the discussion, or you can just, if you're fine with the written prompt, that might be all you need, but there will be a video if you prefer a verbal explanation. Try to have your first post up by Thursday night, so that everyone has plenty of time and options to choose from to respond to 2 classmates by Sunday night. So the discussion in total is due by Sunday night. It will remain open for 1 extra week, so you can post to it during week 2 if you forget to do it here in week 1. But just know that if you're posting during week 2, it is at a 50% reduction. That is explained in the syllabus when you go through that with the part of the late work policy, right? But just try to have that finished in total by Sunday night so you don't lose out on those easy points. Then you'll have your week 1 vocab slides. Again, there'll be written instructions as well as a video where I provide verbal instructions. All right, so whatever works for you, try to have that in by Sunday night. You'll have your week 1 written responses. Again, there'll be written instructions and a verbal instruction in the video. Try to have that in by Sunday night. And then your week 1 critical thinking issue, again, written instructions and a video with verbal instructions, and try to have that in by Sunday night too. All right, so that is everything that is in store for you here in week 1. We're only covering that 1 chapter, mostly because week 1 has a lot of other sort of business to take care of up here under that getting started area. So I want to make sure you have time to go through the attendance and weekly deadlines and how to find your way around to really set you up and, to be as successful as possible before you hop into the week 1 module. And then just go through these items as they're listed, complete the homework assignments, try to have everything in by Sunday night. And if you have questions or run into any problems whatsoever, please reach out. I'm here to help. I'll do whatever I can to assist you. All right. Otherwise, you're free to go ahead and get started.